So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil 19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Avengers Age of Ultron HAWKEYE. So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get a basic style box for the SH Figuarts Marvel Avengers line. We do get the window right there in the front of the box with the Avengers A logo there. It says SH Figuarts HAWKEYE. We do get Hawkeye's logo, I guess, an image of the figure there. It says Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. And then there's the bottom of the box there, looking pretty cool. And then here is the top of it, looking pretty nice as well. And then the one side of the box, and then the other side. And then the back of the box shows a few poses you can get the figure into along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at Jeremy Renner. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Tamashii Nations did a very nice job with this Hawkeye. I really like the way this figure turned out. The face looks great, looks just like Jeremy Renner, so they did capture the likeness of the actor with this figure here. And I do like how they put a little bit of shading on the skin tone on the face. Nice paint and sculpt around the eyes and the eyebrows. Eyes both painted, looking in the same direction. Nice job around the nose and the mouth. And it looks like we get a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow, but it's kind of like a goatee around his chin and right above his lips there. Pretty cool that they added that on there. And they did a very nice job with the hair sculpt and the paint of it. Where the paint meets the skin tone meets the paint for the hair. Nice clean paint on that. And they made the hair black, but then they added like a dark brown all throughout the hair, so it gives it a nice touch, and it looks like he has dark brown hair. So I like the way they did the hair with this figure, and it looks just like Hawkeye's hair in Age of Ultron. And then the skin tone on the neck does match the skin tone on the face, so good job with that. And then the clothing on the neck, nice sculpt and paint on it. Now for the torso here, he's wearing like a, I guess a long jacket type thing. And I like how they sculpted the top here. It's not fully zippered, and you can see it's flapped open a little bit, so I think that looks pretty cool. You can see the silver for the zipper there. So nice job with that. And wherever the maroon meets the black, the paint's pretty clean on it. I just see one little issue here where the maroon went a little too far onto the black, and then over here where the black's bleeding onto the maroon. I mean, but that's really minor paint issue there. And I do like how certain lines on his costume is a glossy black. Even on the side, that's more of a glossy black. And I like the way the sculpt looks right there. That looks pretty cool. And I like how the end of his jacket or whatever, his costume, is a softer rubbery type plastic, so it really won't hinder leg articulation. So good job that they did that. There's the back of the figure. We do have a peg hole because he does come with a quiver, which comes on the figure out of the packaging. Very nice paint and sculpt on the back here. And we get like a little zipper there. And just nice tiny sculpt and paint on the zipper. You could even see the zipper tab right there. So very nice job by Tamashii Nations. And the arms, nice paint and sculpt on it. I do have a little paint bleeding here and there, like the maroon is on the black here, and then it's on the black again right here. And then I have some black on the maroon right there. So minor paint issues, but that's the only paint issues I see on this figure. I like how they painted the little buckle silver. So good job with that there. Nice around the wrist as well. Now for the legs here, we do get some nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout the pants here and there. And then we do get these straps with these silver buckles. Looks pretty cool. Then we get the knee pads. We get some more sculpted wrinkles in the pants, looking pretty nice. And then there's the back. We get another strap and buckle there. And then the boots look pretty cool. I like the way the boots turned out. They did paint the buckle silver on the inside and on the outside of the boots. So good job with that. Nice sculpted wrinkles on them as well. And I like how they painted silver on the holes for the laces. I mean, they didn't have to do that, and that looks pretty cool that they did. Laces sculpted on there and everything, so good job with the boots there. And then we do get the treads on the bottom, looking pretty nice. I mean, overall, I think Tamashii Nations did a really good job with this Hawkeye. They practically made a perfect 6-inch scale Age of Ultron Hawkeye figure, and I'm very happy with the detail. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we really don't get a whole bunch with Hawkeye, but we do get a few cool things. So we do get his quiver, which comes on the figure out of the packaging, and I really dig the way this looks. Very nice tiny sculpt detail, and very nice paintwork on the silver as well. So very cool looking quiver, and then the other side does have the peg, because you do peg it into the back of Hawkeye. So you can see the peg insert there. Just line up the peg properly, and then there you go, as simple as that. And it looks pretty badass once you have it on the figure. So we do get the Quiver with Hawkeye, and then we also get 2 different bows. So we do get one without an arrow in it, and then we do get one with an arrow in it. And to tell you the truth, I am not a fan of this design of a bow for a 6-inch scale figure at all. It seems kind of lazy and cheap to me. I don't know why Tamashii Nations went this route with this Hawkeye, especially for him being a web exclusive. Now the first thing is, why don't we have a real string on the bow? I don't get that. Or a piece of elastic. Instead they gave us like a softer piece of plastic for the string, and I find that kind of stupid. It just doesn't look right, and the size of the string is way too thick. It's the same size as the arrow that's on the other bow. And then another thing, they did mold hands onto the handle on the bow here, but then when you interchange it with this hand, you're going to risk breaking this thin piece of plastic on the bow right there, or maybe over here or something, because it did happen to me. As you can see, the black in the middle of the maroon right there, and then this piece of the handle that's connected into the top of the hand popped out as well, so I had to super glue it. So be extra careful with your Hawkeye figure when you interchange them with these molded bow holding hands. But for what it is, I guess the sculpt is alright on it. The paint's a little sloppy though. I have some black paint bleeding on there. I have some black paint bleeding on maroon on there, and then I have some random maroon paint on the bowstring for some reason. And then the paint on the hand isn't the greatest. These black strap looking pieces on the palm of the hand aren't fully painted. Then I have some black specks of paint on the skin tone there. So we do get that bow. And then we get this one here where he's preparing to fire an arrow, and the arrow's molded on there along with the hand again. And just why is the string the same size as the arrow? That just doesn't make sense to me, and it just looks kind of ridiculous actually. So pretty disappointing about that. And then another thing is, he doesn't come with any individual arrows, and it's Hawkeye, so it's like, what is up with that? But I guess for what it is, I do like the way the arrow looks. The paint seems to be much better on this bow. Same with the paint on the hand, looks much better and much more cleaner compared to the other bow as well. The hand on the other bow. So we do get those 2 bows, and then we finally get 5 interchangeable hands, not including the 2 molded hands on the bows right there. But before I talk about the hands, Tamashii Nations once again disappoints with no interchangeable heads with a figure, especially for it being a web exclusive. That just makes it even more disappointing. So I really hope that they stop just giving us the 1 head with a figure and give us at least 2, because it's just a big letdown, you know. But we do get a pair of fists, which come on the figure out of the packaging, and very nice sculpt work on these. It's just the paint is a little sloppy in certain spots, like right here where the black meets the skin tone. It's bleeding all over the skin tone, and then same with on the left part of the strap there, bleeding onto the skin tone again. But they did do a good job sculpting the hands, just the paintwork's a little sloppy. So we do get a pair of fists, and then we also get a pair of these open hands. Nice sculpt work, but once again sloppy paintwork. And they didn't fully paint the black on the top of the hand right there, so not the greatest paint job. And the inside of the hand looks pretty good. So we do get a pair of those open hands. And then finally we get a left arrow gripping hand when he's pulling back on the bow. And the paint actually looks good on this one, so good job with this hand with the paint and sculpt. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with Hawkeye. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Clint Barton, it looks like he stands a little bit under 6 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Civil War Captain America, the SH Figuarts Age of Ultron Black Widow, the SH Figuarts Mark 42 Iron Man, and the Good Smile Company Figma Avengers Hulk. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Civil War Black Panther, the SH Figuarts Civil War Ant-Man, and the SH Figuarts Civil War Tiny Ant-Man. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Shadowland Daredevil. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review! So now for the articulation, we do get 2 points at the neck, so the upper neck joint, Hawkeye can look up about that much, and then looks down about that much, which is pretty much straight ahead. We get very nice pivot there, and then it also swivels. The lower neck joint, alright forward and back movement, it's actually pretty good. And then we do get some pretty good pivot, and then it swivels as well. So with both joints, he can look all the way down, and then looks up a decent amount, not the best though. And then you get very nice pivot with both joints as well. So nice movement at both the neck joints. Then we do get a point of articulation at the torso under the chest, and Hawkeye could crunch forward about that much, which is pretty good. Goes back a really good amount as well. Then we get very nice pivot there, and then it also swivels. We do have a waist joint, but it is, you get some very minimal movement because of how his clothing is. We get a tiny bit of forward and back, not too much though. You get a little bit of pivot, and then it also swivels. So with both joints, you can crunch forward that much, and then back about that much. Now for the arms here at the shoulders, we do get a nice armpit joint, so you can move it around in a circular motion there, so I do like that articulation. The arms go out to the sides, a little more than 90 degrees. They do go up and down, no bicep swivel, so you will have to use it at the shoulder there. We have a single bend at the elbow that bends in a little more than 90 degrees, so nice movement there. And then it also swivels at the elbow joint where it connects to the bicep and where it connects into the forearm. Now for the wrists, they do swivel, and then they hinge back and forth because it is a ball hinge. So nice movement throughout the entire arm. Now for the legs, they don't shift down or anything, but Hawkeye can kick forward about 90 degrees, and goes to the back just a tiny bit, and then kicks out to the side a little less than 90 degrees. It kind of gets hindered a little bit by this piece, but not too much. And then we do get swivel up there. We have a single bend at the knee that bends back a lot more than 90 degrees, so nice movement there. Now for the ankles here, they do swivel. They hinge up decent amount, and then hinge down an okay amount. And then we do get a little bit of pivot, not the best, but it's alright. And then we do get a nice toe hinge, and you can break his toes. So overall, you get some pretty good movement with this Hawkeye. Some points of articulation aren't as good as others, but you're still going to get them in some pretty cool poses. And I'm about to show you some right about now.
But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Avengers Age of Ultron HAWKEYE. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it a 7.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, you could head over to Agelessgeeks.com. I know he just got this in stock because that's where I got mine from. And don't forget, if you purchase something from there, to enter in codename Daredevil to get yourself a 5% off discount. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later.
Daredevil 19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations Chabachus Chubidibaba. We do get the window right there in the front of the box with the Avengers A logo right there, which says Shabada and Kuda. So much stuff on the front of the box there, got me mixed up. So we do get a basic style box for the SH Figuarts Marvel's Avengers. So we do get a basic style box for the SH Flabadaba and Babadoos. Now for the height of Clint Barton. Now for the height of Clint Barton. Ah, damn it. And then here he is compared to you. Moving on to the accessories. 5 interchangeable hands, not including the ones that are molded to the arrow. But before I talk about the hands, 5 interchangeable. But we do get a pair of fists. Whoopsie daisy. And then we do get one with an arrow, so we'll take a look at blah. So really not a big fan of how they did the arrow here, the bow. Damn it. We do get Hawkeye's logo, I guess, there, and then there's a picture of the figure there. It says Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm over.